Hey, what's up guys? Papa here, and let's talk cars. I know you love that feeling of cruising down the road in a car that feels brand new, even if it's got a few miles on it. The secret? It's not magic, it's maintenance. Think of your car like an athlete. You gotta warm it up, keep it fueled up right, and give it the right TLC to keep it performing at its best. We're not talking about rebuilding the engine here, though maybe we will another day. Just simple things you can do at home to keep your ride running smooth and avoid those surprise visits from a tow truck. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the essential maintenance tips that every car owner should know. From checking your tire pressure to knowing when your battery's about to call it quits, we'll cover it all. Stick around because we're about to unlock that smooth, powerful ride you've been missing. Alright, let's kick things off with the most crucial fluid in your car's system, the oil. Think of it like this. Your engine has a bunch of moving metal parts that rub against each other, and that friction creates heat and wear. Oil acts as a lubricant, reducing that friction and keeping everything running cool and smooth. Without it, your engine would seize up in a matter of minutes, and trust me, you don't want to experience that. Now the oil itself breaks down over time, getting dirty and less effective at doing its job. That's why it's crucial to change your oil regularly. The general rule of thumb used to be every 3,000 miles, but modern cars and synthetic oils have pushed that interval further. Now, most manufacturers recommend an oil change every 5,000 to 7,500 miles. But hey, don't just take my word for it, always check your owner's manual for your car's specific recommendations. Changing your oil is a pretty straightforward process, even for beginners. You can do it yourself at home with a few basic tools or take it to a trusted mechanic. But wait, there's more. Don't just rely on mileage. Get in the habit of checking your oil level monthly. It's as easy as popping the hood, locating the dipstick, wiping it clean, reinserting it, and then checking the oil level marked on the dipstick. Keeping an eye on your oil is one of the easiest and most important things you can do to prevent engine problems down the line. Let's move on to those rubber donuts that connect your car to the road, your tires. Seriously guys, properly inflated tires are crucial for safety, fuel efficiency, and even how smoothly your car handles. Underinflated tires create more rolling resistance, which means your engine has to work harder, burning more gas. Overinflating your tires makes them more prone to blowouts, especially in hot weather, and nobody wants that. So how do you keep your tires happy? Easy, grab yourself a tire pressure gauge. They're cheap and easy to find. Once a month, check the pressure in each tire when the tires are cold, meaning they haven't been driven on in a few hours. Look for the recommended tire pressure on the sticker inside your driver's side door jamb, not on the tire itself. Use the gauge to add or release air until you reach the right pressure. While you're at it, let's talk tire rotation. Your tires wear down differently depending on their position on the car. Rotating them every 6,000 to 8,000 miles ensures they wear evenly, extending their lifespan. You can rotate them yourself following a specific pattern, or have a mechanic do it during an oil change. See, simple maintenance, big rewards. Picture this. It's a cold morning, you're already running late, you hit the ignition and nothing. That dreaded clicking sound means only one thing. Your battery's dead and now you're stuck. Avoid this nightmare by giving your battery some love. It's not hard, I promise. First, locate your battery. It's usually a black box under the hood with positive and negative terminals. Over time, these terminals can build up corrosion, which prevents the battery from sending power to your car. A little baking soda and water solution applied with an old toothbrush can clean that right up. Next, check your battery's voltage. You can buy a multimeter at any auto parts store for cheap. Connect the red lead to the positive terminal and the black lead to the negative terminal. A fully charged battery should read around 12.6 volts. Anything below 12.4 volts might mean your battery is on its way out. Batteries typically last around 3 to 5 years, so if yours is getting up there in age, consider getting it tested at an auto parts store. They'll be able to tell you if it's time for a replacement. Now let's talk about a system that's absolutely crucial for your safety and everyone else's on the road, your brakes. When you hit that brake pedal, you want to know your car is going to stop smoothly and reliably. Ignoring brake problems is like playing Russian roulette with your life. Don't do it. First, pay attention to any strange noises coming from your brakes. Squeaking, grinding, or a scraping sound can all be signs of worn brake pads, which are those little guys that actually clamp down on your rotors to stop the car. If you hear any of these sounds, it's time to pop the hood and have a look. Inspect your brake pads for wear. They should be at least 1/4 inch thick. If they're thinner than that, it's time for a replacement. While you're checking the pads, take a look at the rotors too. These are the metal discs that the brake pads press against. Over time, rotors can become warped or develop grooves. If you see any deep grooves or cracks, it's important to get them resurfaced or replaced. And don't forget your brake fluid. It's what transmits the force from your foot to the brakes themselves. Check your owner's manual for the recommended interval for brake fluid flushes, and have it done at a mechanic if you're not comfortable doing it yourself. We talked about oil and brake fluid, but your car relies on a whole cocktail of fluids to keep everything running smoothly. Neglecting these fluids can lead to overheating, transmission problems, and a whole bunch of other headaches you don't want. Let's start with coolant. Coolant, also known as antifreeze, keeps your engine from overheating, which is especially important during those scorching summer months. Check your coolant level regularly by locating the coolant reservoir under the hood. It's usually a translucent plastic tank with markings for full and low. If the level is low, top it off with a 50-50 mixture of coolant and distilled water. Next up, transmission fluid. This fluid keeps your transmission, the system that shifts gears, lubricated and cool. Checking transmission fluid is a bit trickier than other fluids, as it usually requires getting under the car while it's running. If you're not comfortable with that, have a mechanic check it for you. And lastly, don't forget the little things like windshield washer fluid. It might seem minor, but having a clear windshield is crucial for safe driving, especially during bug season or when the roads are covered in salt and grime. Alright, let's be real. Keeping your car clean isn't just about appearances, it's about protection. Dirt, grime, bird droppings, road salt, they're all your car's worst enemies, slowly eating away at the paint and potentially leading to rust. And nobody wants a rusty ride. So, how do you combat these paint-destroying villains? Simple, regular washing. Aim to wash your car every 2 weeks, or more often if you live in an area with harsh weather conditions. Use a car wash soap specifically designed for vehicles, as dish soap can strip away the protective wax layer. And don't forget to dry your car thoroughly after washing to prevent water spots. But washing is just the first step. Protecting your car's paint with wax is like giving it a suit of armor. Wax creates a barrier that repels water, dirt, and UV rays, keeping your car's paint looking shiny and new for longer. Aim to wax your car every 3 months or so, depending on the type of wax you use. And hey, while you're at it, don't neglect the interior. Vacuum the carpets, dust the dashboard, clean the windows. A clean cabin makes every drive more enjoyable. Alright, our cars are getting smarter, and that means we need to be smarter about how we maintain them. Gone are the days of just checking the oil and calling it a day. Modern cars are packed with technology, from advanced infotainment systems to backup cameras and sensors, and all that tech needs a little TLC too. Let's start with your infotainment system. These days, our cars are practically computers on wheels with touchscreens, navigation systems, Bluetooth connectivity, and more. Just like your smartphone, your car's software needs updates to run smoothly and securely. Check your owner's manual or the manufacturer's website for instructions on how to update your car's software. It might seem intimidating, but trust me, it's usually as simple as downloading the update to a USB drive and plugging it into your car's USB port. Next up, let's talk about those handy backup cameras. They've become essential for safe parking and maneuvering in tight spaces. But here's the thing, a dirty camera lens is about as useful as no camera at all. Over time, dirt, dust, and grime can build up on the lens, obscuring your view. So make it a habit to wipe down your backup camera lens regularly with a microfiber cloth to ensure a clear picture every time you put your car in reverse. Alright, we've covered a lot of ground today, but here's the most important tip of all. Listen to your car. I'm not talking about having a heart-to-heart with your steering wheel, although that's not a bad idea every now and then. I'm talking about paying attention to those warning lights that pop up on your dashboard. Think of your car's dashboard like its communication center. Those little lights are like your car's way of saying, hey, something's not quite right here. Ignoring them is like hitting the mute button on a smoke detector. You might not want to hear it, but it could save you from a major disaster. So what do you do when a warning light illuminates? Don't panic. First, identify the light using your owner's manual. Some lights are more urgent than others. For example, a flashing check engine light could indicate a serious problem that needs immediate attention, while a low tire pressure warning might just mean you need to add some air. If you're unsure about the severity of the warning light, it's always best to err on the side of caution and have it checked out by a mechanic sooner rather than later. So there you have it, guys. We've covered a ton of essential car maintenance tips that will help keep your ride running smooth, safe, and reliable for years to come. Remember, a little bit of preventative maintenance goes a long way in preventing those costly and inconvenient breakdowns down the road. Now, I want to hear from you. What are your go-to car maintenance tips? Share your wisdom in the comments below and let's help each other out. And while you're at it, hit that like button if you found this video helpful, and subscribe to the channel for more awesome car care content. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Until next time, keep those engines running smooth, and I'll catch you in the next video. Want more tips to keep your ride running smooth? Like this video, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let us know in the comments your favorite maintenance tips.